Hey guys, this is Overweight Larry, and I'm just curious. Do you like professional wrestling? Well, I do. And when I want to hear about the good, the bad, and the ups and the downs, I tune into my friends at the Shining Wizards podcast. They know everything about everything, and if they don't, well, they just make it up. It's actually kind of funny. Sometimes when I like to listen, I put my headphones on, I close my eyes, and the sweet sound of their full voices just puts me in a happy place. Shining Wizards is on the Shining Wizards Network at swn.shiningwizards.com. Please tune in, because even when wrestling's bad, these guys are still pretty damn good. Tune in for some wrestling talk and talk about wrestling.
Hello, and welcome to another, I don't even know if you can call it another episode.
I think this is number 6.
Number 6?
Number 6.
It's been a while since we've actually done a podcast, so...
Sorry.
First one of the new year.
And a happy St. Patrick's Day to you.
Hey! To all me Irish brothers out there.
There's always a good time to start the next podcast, and it looks like today would be the day to do that. I just knocked over my plate, that's okay.
You know, there's Ethiopians somewhere that could be begging for that.
All into the mustard. Look at that. Right into it.
Anybody wants a mustard crumb? No, I don't.
Mustard crumbs. Yeah, you know what? There's some starving children in Africa that would love some mustard crumbs.
You send it to them.
I will send it to them.
See what kind of response you get by sending it.
You know what? I'll be canonized as a saint for it. You best believe it.
Saint asshole.
Wow, that's language. That's filthy language here at the dinner table.
This is our podcast. We can speak any way we like.
You know, we're enjoying our fantastic
What did I do?
spread here for St. Patrick's, and you're going ahead and swearing. What the hell's wrong with you?
Go back to your computer.
Watch your fucking mouth.
Oh, well, go back to your laptop.
I am. I'm reading about the great glorious St. Patrick, and you're spilling crumbs all over the place. The hell's wrong with you?
Stop talking about the Ethiopians then.
There's nothing wrong with the Ethiopians. What the hell? You're racialist. That's the problem with you. You're racialist. I'm related to you.
Do you hear that? I'm a racialist.
You're racialist. You're prejudicialist.
I'm not even close to racist. I'm just racialist.
You're racialist and prejudicialist. That's what you are.
Prejudicialist. I don't want to know what dictionary you've been reading from.
You just let me read. I'm reading about the great St. Patrick. You know, he was taken by
Pirates?
Pirates. Yeah, how'd you know?
Because he's reading over your shoulder.
Who the fuck are you? Why don't you introduce him? We're sitting there arguing. You don't even introduce. What kind of host are
We
you?
don't need to introduce him just right now. He could just sit there and shut his mouth.
Fine, just shut your bloody mouth and enjoy the good ham. This stuff here. Thank you.
And he's yelling about us about not being Irish, and here it is. He can't even call it cabbage.
It's not even corned beef. Thank you. Shut your mouth. All right. I'm glad everybody's here. I'm sure you missed us.
All three of you. Hello, Shining Wizards Eddie. Hello, Shining Wizards Tony.
Hi, Tony.
And hello to the guy that accidentally happened upon you two.
Hi, Dad.
Oh yeah, Dad. That's the guy. He's gonna spread the good word for us.
So,
I can't believe I made such a mess.
For Ethiopians.
You're not supposed to be talking.
You don't talk with your mouth full at the dinner table. Yeah, keep your mouth shut. Dumbass haircut. Nobody wears faux hawks anymore. What is this, 2004? Shut your mouth. You're disgusting. You talk with your mouth full. You know, I'm reading about the good book here. Do you mind? I'm sorry.
Are you done?
I am. I'm pontificating. I'm not even, yeah,
No,
my Irish
That's not
talking.
even a pontification.
Irish, you're
That's just a
with the
flat out rant. matter?
Nothing.
What?
So, you broke down today and you ordered something, didn't you?
Oh, Lord, here we go.
Yeah, I did.
I told you not to. I told you to wait, but you didn't want to wait.
Well, it was actually Uncle Mick Strangler that kind of poked and prodded me to, and yeah, I ordered the WWE Network. Yeah, ideally, great. Freezes a lot, so much that it's so annoying. I'd rather watch YouTube. Absolutely.
So how do you feel about spending that money now?
Well, it was supposed to be a free trial, but I don't think it was a free trial. You know, they say free trial, you click on it, and then you go all the way, and you've got to pay $9.99. The hell's up with that? That's not free.
But isn't that for the next 6 months?
I don't know. It says free 1 week free trial, but they charge you $9 for it. How's that free?
I don't know.
It's a good question.
So anyway, the network is good and it's bad. I mean, the network has lots of great things you can see from back in the 80s and the 90s. But like my brother says, it's a lot of freezing. You're trying to watch something and the next thing you know, there's a guy caught in midair.
And you wait 5 minutes for it to go again.
Oh, what was the match you guys were watching? It was Valentine versus, what was it?
Rugged Ronnie Garvin.
And it stopped right as he had Valentine up on the rope and he's going to take him off the corner there.
Looked like he stuck his thumb in his arse.
Yeah. And
Just sitting there.
For 2 minutes, he's just kind of sitting there freezing, like. And then it goes another 30 seconds, and then it freezes again. I mean, like, it's a great idea, but first off, there's a lot that's missing. Okay.
Let's put it this way: it took 5 minutes for Sherry to say, "Hello, how are you?"
Yeah, we were watching Royal Rumble, and there was the Brother Love segment, and they had sensational Sherry. It took like 10 minutes for her to come out because it kept freezing. It was really, really buggy and terrible.
Great idea, just needs to work out a lot of the kinks, so this way it actually flows a little bit easier so we can watch a full match and not take a half hour for 10 minutes.
So yeah, maybe if you would have listened to me and waited maybe 6 months
Well,
before going to order it.
Well,
I understand why you get it. It's a good learning tool.
Aye.
I got that. But you're not going to learn much when you're waiting 10 minutes for somebody to get to the ring.
Well,
Hey, we do that now in WWE. Look how long it takes Randy Orton to get to the ring.
he takes fucking forever.
He's giving Undertaker a run for his money.
For his entrances, yeah.
For his entrances,
Well,
my good lord.
let's not forget the wonderful type of promos.
That take 14 minutes to spit out.
I'm Randy
sentence.
Orton. I can talk. I mean, you just
Viper.
you know,
Viper.
watching him is like watching cancer eat away at a patient. It just takes fucking forever.
Oh, cancer.
I don't eat people. Stop making that rumor.
Sorry, that's what I hear. You're just weird. I'm just saying it out there.
I've heard the
right
rumor.
now. You're very odd.
You be quiet, rookie.
Yeah, shut up, rookie.
Eat your corned beef.
So
Get to you in a minute.
I mean, do you have any? I mean, you saw a little bit of it. Did you? I mean, are you excited to at least look at some of the old stuff that you once saw as a kid?
Oh yeah, I'm really excited to see that. But the one thing I'm really interested in watching is the Legends House.
The Legends House, yeah.
Because I personally knew some of those guys back in the day,
Uh-huh.
and I know how they can be when they're all together.
I'm just curious to
And
see
when
what
you
Mean
get-
Gene
and
is
when
like
you-
behind the screen.
And when you get some of the old timers and some of the boys together in one room, crazy shenanigans will happen.
Well, yeah, my thought is they kind of missed the boat on true crazy shenanigans. There
Yeah.
could have been some legends in there that could have stirred that pot real good. You know, like maybe, I don't know, Jimmy Snuka or Iron Sheik, maybe?
Oh, to get those two brothers together.
Better go to Baba.
Bubba.
I think there's a good reason why they didn't put certain gentlemen inside
No,
the
I
Legends
know.
House.
I think Jimmy was asked to do it, and he said no. Considering now that we see the legal issues that Mr.
The legal
Snuka,
ramifications that he might be going through at this time,
Yeah.
yes, it's not a good thing for him.
God bless him and his family,
Good luck.
and to his ex-girlfriend's family too. What's the matter with you?
I don't know. I think I saw something.
Pay attention. What's the problem? Just be right. Can you just be right? Act right. This is your brother. Your brother. He pays attention to nothing.
Why
Aren't you
don't
guys
go-
triplets?
Yeah, that's the problem.
I don't want
You never do. You never wanna act right. Ever wanna act right. Never.
He came out first, second, and third, and he was Dot's favorite.
Of course I was Dot's favorite.
And
Yeah, pontificating bastard.
Cancer being who he was took off when he was about 10. So there was a while there where we didn't see each other and grow up together, but most of the time you wouldn't know that. You would think that we spent our entire lives together.
That's his fault.
Why is this my fault?
Because
I'm sitting here reading.
you're the oldest.
You're
so it's
pushing
your
me
fault.
into the fire. I'm sitting here reading, and now you're gonna go make me insult me again.
It's easier just to shove you under the bus.
All right. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about the network?
Really, it's good, but they really need to fix out the kinks and just get it working smoothly. Because I want to enjoy it for what it is, and I can't do it right now this way. In the next 6 months we're going to be watching pause, stop, and go, and no, I don't want to do it.
That, and I can't wait till their library expands a little bit more. They have a lot of the pay-per-views on there, all the way back to like 88 and stuff like that. But there's stuff like 86, 80, 84 that I would like to watch.
Those are some of the good points that you're bringing up. The pay-per-views are for free on the network as long as you purchase it. But it just.
And no, we're not being paid for this endorsement.
Yeah, right. I am looking forward to the if they add the old TV shows like the Superstars of Wrestling or Wrestling All Stars.
Tuesday Night Titans.
Tuesday Night Titans. I wish if they add it.
Saturday Night Main Event.
Saturday Night Main Event. If they add them all into there, it'd be great.
Glow. You got to put Glow in there.
Why?
Why not? That's when the women were actually wrestling.
Well, loosely.
Yeah.
No, I would say the girls that
They're doing better than what they're doing now on the TVs. Come on.
I was about to say.
They're not even using the real wrestlers. They're using models. Come on.
You got a point.
Yeah,
that has a point.
The real wrestlers are just sitting there as managers in the background. They're not even wrestling.
I think a good time right now is to introduce this young lad right here. Reintroduce him to the audience.
Well, it's a reintroduction. Where you once met him before as a gentleman named as Alex, but since then he's went and had his name changed legally to Aaron Bradley, the Game Changer.
Wonder Bradley.
We spoke about him before. We've met with him a couple of times. You might have seen him on the podcast once or twice. And in just a short period of time, we're actually going to have some extra footage that we're going to put together for Mr. Bradley. It's all about his growing stages as he starts out his career as a professional wrestler.
His journey through wrestling.
Yes, his journey, as they would say. Aaron, obviously, welcome to the show. You've been here for a good 15 minutes now. And, let's get started with what you've been doing.
I had my first match back on February 28th, and then
The audience is that way. Just putting it out there. Yeah,
Doesn't matter, he's just talking.
He's just talking to us. I mean,
Right.
some people are just going to get the audio off this.
Well, I know.
If they're actually watching the video, it's probably just Shining Wizards Eddie and Tony.
Hi, Eddie. Hi, Tony.
Oh, and his dad too. I mean,
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
So you had your first match. Who did you wrestle against?
Kenny Bengal,
Kenny Bengal, another up-and-coming professional.
and came up a little short.
It happens these days.
Talked up a big game, even hashtag Bengal hunting for a little bit, and came up short.
You ended up being the prey instead of the hunter.
Yeah, I was the hunted instead of the hunter.
So you had your first match under your belt. How does that feel to be out in front of the crowd for the first time and working in front of people? Were you nervous? Were you not nervous? How did you feel?
Standing behind the curtain, I had butterflies, colonies of butterflies in my stomach. But it's
Not just a few, colonies.
Colonies.
Large amounts.
Plural colonies.
That's why he looks so bloated.
I'm looking good.
He looks bloated. Keep going.
Moving on.
But as soon as I stepped through that curtain, I was the game changer. That was me. Then at the end of the match, wasn't changing that many games. I was doing a light count.
I've done that a couple of times. Don't worry about it. You get used to it.
Sooner or later, you know exactly how many cracks are in the ceiling. It just happens that way.
Yeah.
And then pretty soon you get pissed off and you finally might win one or two here and there. But for right now, it looks like you've got a rough road ahead of you. You've been doing some training over at the ECPW school.
Yes.
And how do you feel your progression is going so far?
definitely much better than I was when I walked in there, and I feel that I'm ready to take on some of the better competition.
Oh, you feel you're ready, are you? What do you think about that, dear sister? Do you think the boy is ready for something a little bit
I think
more
he
than
is.
just Bengal hunting?
I think he is. I think he's ready to go up to the next step there. I have heard rumor that the next show he may be working, I believe, the German
Menace this Friday.
this Friday.
This Friday? ECPW, where is that going to be held in
It's at
Paramus?
Paramus.
Look at that, we're doing a self-promotion for him. He doesn't even promote himself. See, we got to teach this boy everything.
He's going up against the crowd.
Yeah, he's working Craig Stagg at the Paramus Nice Columbus, where they do
German
the
Menace.
TV taping there.
What do you think? Do you think the boy's got a chance against the unstoppable?
I think what's going to happen to this poor boy is that Stag's going to put his leg on him and that's going to be all over.
Yeah, right.
Maybe,
What do you
Let's see
think?
if he can touch me.
Oh, he's got his game going, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, you're right.
The game
You
changer.
got to stick and move, kid. Yeah, if he gets his hands on you, it's over.
Best way to chop down a red boy's through the base. I'm gonna take down the legs first.
That's good. Let him know where you're coming from, so he knows what to protect. You're smart. Let him
He
out.
speaks German. He doesn't even speak English.
So
Are you-
he's basically saying that he can talk about it.
He just called you an arse.
Yeah, right. On my own show. And, you know, yeah, Monday's coming. Just let you know.
It's tomorrow.
Mm. Yeah, it's still coming, isn't it?
St. Paddy's Day.
So although we're not booked
Hey,
again,
book us. We're funny. Plus, we have a
Fallen
podcast.
Angels with manager, we
With-
come cheap.
Yeah, right.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, we will not be on the show per se, but we will be at the show, cheering you on, along with a few other people there. Just going on and have some shenanigans there.
I think we're really going for ourselves to have a little bit of the shenanigans.
Yeah.
I do.
Shenanigans is a lot of fun in shenanigans. I didn't have anything else to add just to that
Shen-
conversation. I just wanted to say
Shenanigans.
shenanigans.
Speaking of bookings,
Yes.
do you have something you need to get off your chest
I
about
do.
a recent booking?
Yeah, we had
that-
a
Recent bookings that we had a recent booking?
We
Well,
did at
well,
one point.
We were supposed to have a booking in April.
In April? Yeah.
We
Which company
gave
was
up.
that for?
We actually gave up a booking to do the right thing, to take the booking that we lost. So now we have
lost a
So now we have no bookings.
We have zero book. Well, no, we have one booking in April, but we had April 24th.
April 26th.
Was it 26th?
Yes.
All right, April 26th. It doesn't fucking matter now anyway.
Yeah.
But April 26th, we had a booking for. We originally were booked for WWO, and then CWA, who we were currently tag team champions for, asked us to book run for them too, this was back in like November or something.
Which, in all honesty, doesn't make any sense. Why in November we're worried so much about the show that's happening in April, especially when so many things can change in just the blink of an eye.
Aye. So here comes January, and WWO is now promoting the bejesus out of their show, and we hear nothing from the CWA show, nothing, up until this past Monday, when we find out that CWA has now closed its doors.
Through Facebook, no less. Not
Yeah.
even a phone call,
Yeah.
not an email. Just, hey, let's pop on Facebook and see if we can find something, because we haven't found anything else.
Yeah.
And there it was, on Facebook, of all the things.
Just a general post saying closing shop.
And
that's
that he was working on a new tag team that he was going to be developing, and that was it. He was moving on to greener pastures, but he left so many people in the dark about what was happening with the program, and he had people contacting left and right. And you would think the professional courtesy would be to pick up the phone and call and say, hey, listen, I'm sorry, this isn't going to be happening, and that. And
Or
it's just
even an email or Facebook.
General
or
email.
something, just reach out.
Yeah, your assistant's
a
right.
message or something of some kind of way to relay that there's no longer going
Not,
to be a show.
hey, go fuck yourself, thank you very much.
A general mass email, something. But no, we didn't get nothing. You know what? I'm going to call him by his name, Joseph Knight. I'm sorry. I'll never work for you again. And I don't care if you're king of the mountain there, pal. I'm never going to work for you again. That you took away. You put food on our table and you take it away. And you put food on our table and take it away. You canceled up more bookings than you had bookings, sir. So no, I'm very upset by that. You could at least have had a decency to tell everybody that you were. But no, you put a general. I'm closing up shop. I'm sorry. No, that's unprofessional. That's way unprofessional. And I if that causes me booking, so be it.
Dear brother, don't get your don't.
I'm sorry. I'm hyped up.
You got to understand that it's not just.
Harumph!
You're pontificating.
That
I
guy
am,
didn't give me a
sorry.
harumph.
That didn't give a harumph.
Listen, dear brother.
You watch your ass.
You got to understand, it's not just you who's upset. There's many people that were expecting to be booked on this show, and they're just as upset as we are.
Right.
And they say the same things that we're saying. We're not going to work for people that talk a good game but don't actually return the favor. Don't call us and ask us to come work on a show and then not pay us. Don't call us and ask us to come work on a show and then consistently cancel the show. You know, get your shit straight before you call us, damn it.
Right. Hey. Don't fucking call us at all. We don't need to be not booked. Thank you. We're already not booked. Sister, do you have anything else to add?
I do have to say one of the trends that seems to be happening within a couple of federations that we've worked for, and we are very grateful that we've been booked by these people, but when you put a team in a gauntlet match with 4 to 5 other tag teams.
Or 8 other tag teams, which we've done before as well.
Or 8, and then you tell all 5 teams you have 10 minutes. How is anybody supposed to showcase what they can really do? And when it seems that this one tag team, not going to say any names, keeps being put in these matches one after another, it gets a bit tiring. It gets a little disheartening, and I don't think anybody, either they don't know what to do with us, or they just
I think
feel bad that they want to use us, but they want to use all their buddies and all their other friends and this guy's team and this time, and we got the ring from this guy, so we got to put these guys on. It's one of those situations.
I think the thing is this, a lot of people have been saying that, there's not a lot of tag teams out there anymore, and then you go to some of these shows, and not pointing out directly just the ones that we've been on ourselves, but there have been other shows and other places. It seems to be, yes, a trend of some sort, where you have 5, 6 teams of tag teams together, but you put them in one match. If tag teams are dead, then why are all these teams hanging around looking to get work? So why not build your tag team division in a different way? Why has it always got to be 5 teams in a gauntlet or 5 teams in a Royal Rumble? Put one team against another team. Put another team against another team.
It's called working a program, people. If you want to run a town, which some of these companies do have, where they're running towns, you run a program. When you've got a couple of guys that are right there from that town, you work those 2 teams for as many times as you can get that building. Not, here's 7 teams, we'll put them in and let's see what happens. And then push these teams.
We're pushing on the same point though. It's all over the place. It's not just in one place or in one central area. It's everywhere. Yeah. Tag teams are out there. There's plenty of tag teams, even if they're not mixing and matching in the colors like we do. Mm-hmm. There's still teams out there. There's people that put themselves together and go out there and wrestle.
We have some really good teams like Pirate Radio. They're really cool. And South Philly's Finest.
South Philly's Finest was another great group, and there was what's his Mr. White. Mr. White and BET.
BET, yeah.
So there's dozens of teams out there. I think that some of the promoters out there, if they are actually listening to what we're saying, build something different around it. You got all these singles matches, so put a regular tag team match on the show. Do I can't think of the name right now. Do a tournament. Build a tournament to do, your tag team champions, and then you got all these different teams that you could circulate in and out. You don't have to put all of them on the show at the same time. Give the crowd something, because when you put on 3 different tag team matches in one show, and there's a mass of tag teams. You got 5 tag teams in one, 8 tag teams in another, and then a 10-man tag team match. The crowd is going to fall asleep or want to go home because they've seen too much.
My point here is kind of touching along with what you said, which is if you have, I've seen so many shows where there's so many guys together, like a 4-on-4-man tag team match. And then there's actual tag teams on the card that are not necessarily one team against another team. They're they're in some type of weird gauntlet or turmoil, whatever.
Yes.
You know, it doesn't make
draw
and it doesn't make
or
it
something
doesn't
along
make
those
sense to
lines.
me. It's, you know, a tag team match is supposed to be an attraction. You know, when you have two tag teams that are a tag team, it's an attraction match. Whereas, you know, if you have like guy A, guy B, guy C versus guy A, you know what I'm saying? Like these 6 guys that don't really have any, it's a 16.
What
but you have
you're
multiple.
getting is 4 singles guys against 4 singles guys, and then they go to the tag team match.
Yeah.
And it's not.
And you
that's
do
not
like
it.
2 or 3 of them, and then you pull out like multiple tag team. There's just too much.
What happens is you have so many guys on a show like that, and you have so many matches that have just multiple players. You're losing your audience because you're shoving too much into their face.
Well, you know, there's a problem when, you know, we did a really awesome show a couple weeks ago, but there was only one problem with it. Too many guys in the locker room. When you've got 51 guys booked on your show,
That's a lot of people.
that's a problem. 51 guys booked on a show.
And that's a gentleman that.
And how
that,
is anybody on that show supposed to showcase what they can do?
And that's a man that is going to pay you because you're a worker. He's one of those
He's
types
a
of.
good guy.
He's one
yeah.
of those types of promotions that will actually pay. And not say, oh, we'll pay you, and then when you get there, after you drive for 2.5 hours to the show, and you do your work out there, and you go out there and you perform, and then they say, oh, sorry, he left without paying.
We didn't know you were supposed to get paid.
We didn't know you were so...
And then never hear
You
from them
called
again.
us and booked us. Don't you think maybe that means that we're going to get paid for the thing that we... Especially when we... did that
Pennsylvania
last time?
Premier Wrestling.
I don't like naming names.
I do.
Pennsylvania Premier. I have no problems. Okay, now that we've ended.
I tried to be diplomatic. I tried to talk nicely about it, and I tried to give the benefit of the doubt, and you still shoved it in my face. So go fuck yourself.
Yeah, we don't need that booking. We don't need to drive 2.5 hours.
For nothing, for like a cheese sandwich.
All right, we've had our good 15 minutes of venting of this shit.
We ranted.
You know, it's another crazy thing. Maybe you have a little bit of insight. Maybe if you got Aaron on the show, you might as well at least ask him some more questions.
Right.
But having him sit here like a lump on a log.
Right, he's just looking at us like he's in school, so yeah, go ahead.
He's doing exactly what he's been doing the last couple of matches he's been on, staring at the ceiling.
But then again, it's story time, and he
Just-
loves story time.
Just recently, we've heard about how CM Punk from the WWE has walked away. In a striking way, to be exact, because nobody expected it. No one expected him to walk into the office and say, I'm done, and just walk away. He's giving an example in a sense of how bad the business has become. How do you feel about that? You got a top performer, a guy who comes out week after week, puts his body on the line just like anybody else, but really just had a mouth and a personality of his own that just was separate from the rest. And he just walked away. And that's someone that you looked up to in a way.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that?
In a way, it's kind of selfish on his part, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Because what I've read up on it is CM Punk's a very goal-motivated person. And he wanted to main event WrestleMania. And when they offered him a big spot in WrestleMania, a spot that anyone would have died for, to face Triple H at WrestleMania, he said, well, I'm not main eventing, so I'm going to take my ball and go home. Very selfish, I feel, and I feel it's very uncalled for and very unprofessional.
Well, hot dog, I did not think of that kind of response.
Right.
He was he was a role model to me, and he's a big reason why I decided to chase my dream. And to see someone who just, it's like a 3-year-old who doesn't get his way, and, well, I'm done. I'm taking my ball and going home.
Welcome to the wonderful world of
Why?
professional wrestling.
You're in a spot that I would die for. I would love to face Triple H at WrestleMania, and that's a big spot. He's high up there in the company. Why not take it?
And here I got a totally different view than the one I thought I was going to get.
Right?
Well, see, we've kind of been on CM Punk's end
Well,
of
we've been watching and
we
and
never
seeing
made
what
that
was
kind of money,
happening.
but we understand the frustration.
It's just you know, I guess because we're a bunch of old school boys and we look at wrestling from a different point of view than the way it is today. You know, it just it doesn't sit right anymore. It just wrestling isn't what it used to be, and the WWE is just falling off kilter. I think what they have with NXT is a great idea, but that's because all those boys are hungry.
I'm convinced that Vince hates wrestling.
It's an interesting thing.
And he's doing everything he can to destroy it from the inside out.
Well, a good point that you bring. If you don't mind me adding on to it.
He interjected.
I did.
I'm used to it.
Vince has shortened matches to the point where people lose interest if people go over like 10 minutes now. Going back to the WWE Network, we were watching the second match of the Royal Rumble. I can't remember which year it was, but it was Greg the Hammer Valentine versus Ronnie Garvin. And it's the second match of the card, and they're going like 20 minutes. You don't do it. Yeah, Vince has cut everything down so small.
Now it's all the talk.
But because that's how Vince does it, that's how all these other little people think that it needs to be done like that too.
Right.
And there you go. Then we're stuck trying to do a 10-minute match with 6 teams.
Well, but it goes along with what you're saying. How he probably doesn't like wrestling anymore, and he's just going to do what he can to kill it. So you have all these grand matches that are pretty solid. Well, we're just going to cut everybody's attention span down to like 5 minutes.
Well, Rome was a great empire at one time too.
It was a nice one.
Who knows? There's a time where it was WWE, WCW, and those were the 2 top dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And they were doing their warring back and forth. And nobody was paying attention to what was going on in the Indies. And then all of a sudden comes this little barking from down in Philly. It's ECW.
And that right there changed it into the Attitude Era for the WWE.
It changed everything. We are on that cusp of something changing.
And then years later, now we have ROH that's making the change in the WWE.
Which is why everybody, you see all these spot monkeys, and everybody all looks like, Matt McIntosh. And he's a good guy. Good guy, but they all look like that.
No, he's...
They all look like,
It's the cookie cutter clone that they say is the name. Everybody kind of gets molded up to be the same way. But, develop a personality that's your own and be yourself when you wrestle and you'll have your own difference and you won't look the same as everybody else.
But see, that's what we are. We are definitely not what is out there right now. And
no, we're a breed of old school that they don't, Uncle Grandpappy Strangler as they call him.
Grandpappy Strangler, Uncle Mick Strangler.
He made a very good point about, a lot of what's old is new now because nobody watches the old stuff like they used to. There are some people out there that do. I don't want to take it away, but
Shining Wizards Eddie and Tony.
Hi Tony.
Hi guys.
Hi Dad. But it's not the same thing anymore. The way that we conduct ourselves in a wrestling ring, as far as our old school methods, don't match up with what is out there today. Out there today is a totally different style.
Right.
And when we try to combine it into the two, we can make it work, but some people just don't see that. They want that spot and jump and fly and flip and turn it.
I don't know.
There's too much of it.
We haven't worked any of those teams yet. We've had this. It hasn't even been gray area. It's either been really good guys to work,
or it's been the shit of the shit.
Let's put our buddies over.
Speaking of the shit, I want to bring up that one so-called school that's out there, which is just a load of shit in my face.
That's okay. I'm gonna let you just fly on this one. Go ahead.
There's a guy out there. He's got
Hold my
a
hand.
school.
It's gonna get bumpy. All right.
He's got a school, or so he says he has a school. And he posts all the time out there about, how people have to give him money for his school because, they haven't paid him. But yet, when you're open one day a week, in the middle of the week, during a school time, during work time, during school, you really think people are going to come from 12 o'clock in the afternoon until 3 p.m. because that's the only time you're going to have your school open? One day a week? You're not training shit.
Don't stop. Keep going.
Oh, you're just gonna let me sit
You
here and go off on the fly?
Do it.
Go it.
Why not? I do it.
I'm honestly,
Good,
I'm
it's good
sitting here
venting.
kind of shocked and surprised that it's finally come out public.
Seriously, let it flow, because I do it all the time. It feels
We've been
great.
hearing this for over 2 years now about how you feel about this situation.
You know how excited I get? I'm excited that you're excited, so please get excited. I mean, like, just do it.
Then why did you interject?
I'm sorry, keep going. Don't let me stop you.
Yeah, I'll just hold.
I'm sorry.
He's got an extra badge if he wants one.
Keep going. Don't stop.
I'm in the middle of thinking my next processing
All right,
thought.
think. I'll let you think.
Pisses me off so bad. Yeah, there's a pause in the whole damn program. I need a minute.
Oh, he's...
All right, well, while he's doing that,
Pee-pee break.
Do you have any other bookings coming up other than the one on Friday at the Paramus Nights
Elks
of
Lodge.
Elks Club? That's right.
Elks Lodge, behind the Ray Martin Flanagan. I'll be on the ECPW showcase in Elmira on the 19th.
Oh, their pay-per-view, yeah.
Oh yes, I'll
Their internet pay-per-view.
I'll be participating in the Battle Royal.
I believe Sandman's on that show and a few others.
DiBiase Jr.
That's right.
Velvet Sky.
bastard.
Vader. Vader's
Vader.
gonna be there.
Big Bad Vader.
Big man here.
Oh, he's never seen that video.
Oh, we'll have to show
Vader,
it.
yeah.
Right,
We could talk about the Vader thing, if you want.
I'm taking a moment.
You're taking a moment? Okay.
What's the matter?
Letting Mr. Bradley
What are
speak
you-
his mind.
What are you doing?
Pausing your camera so I can say goodbye.
Oh, okay. We'll pause. Uncle Mick Strangler, do you need help with the technology?
Usually no,
Sorry, we have a blip here. I don't know if we're on or off.
I've turned this thing off
You can just click on it. Good. And we're
Sorry,
back
sorry
after
about
a
that
short
little
break.
break there. Yeah, we had to say goodbye to Uncle Mick Strangler.
Right.
Uncle McGrumpole.
Him, the guy who teaches us everything. Fucking wealth of knowledge, that dude.
Okay, so again,
Go ahead.
you were on a.
I was on a slight rant about this so-called school, and I just don't understand what kind of people think that it's okay to run a school. What the hell?
We're listening.
We're listening.
Oh, Jesus.
Just go.
I'm sorry, by the way.
1 day a week for 3 hours.
I'm sorry. I sure did.
Who are you gonna train that's gonna become such a great professional wrestler when you can't even do shit yourself?
Brooklyn Joe.
Doesn't he look like
Bob's Burgers.
What
No,
I'm trying to say is,
Millhouse.
there's schools out there that you could train at,
Yes, Millhouse.
and then there are schools out there that are nothing but shit.
I don't like it.
And when you train?
They rob you from your money. They think that you think that you're getting this great lesson about how to become a professional wrestler, and it ends up being nothing more than just a piece of trash backyarder.
Yes. Keep going.
Oh yeah.
It twists my buttons a lot, but I'm not going to keep it going all night long. We already did quite a bit of ranting.
Don't. Stretch it out.
I will expand on this longer in another time. I don't want to spend the entire evening
No,
talking about
this is your catharsis, brother. Please use it. Catharsis. It's a long word. I understand it.
More than 2 syllables, you lost me.
Yeah, I can tell. Go coif your hair a little
And
bit
he's
more.
going to be the game changer.
Yeah, right.
Can't even get 3 words out.
Yeah, right. This guy.
Oh.
Anyway, I don't want to rant on forever about it.
Right. That's
But I think it's the biggest load of shit in the world. That a man is stealing money from people for 1 day a week of training for 3 hours, and he's not even teaching them anything. He goes in the back room and does nothing. How do you put your students in the ring and say, okay, good luck, and go in the back room? What the hell is that?
There was also another guy way back in the day who was trained at the same school that we were trained at for about 6 months or so, and then went out and opened up his own school. And put out a lot of mediocre product after that.
That's one of the things that a couple of people have spoken about before. You get guys that have been wrestling for 15, 16 years that finally open up a school, and you get a little bit of credibility from it, and then you get those guys, just like you said, that come in for 6 months, 7 months, get a little bit of training, get their first match, think they're a freaking 5-star superstar, go out and start their own school and create crap. Just straight crap. If you don't know what a top wrist lock is, you don't know what a collar and elbow is, you don't know what a drop toe hold is, stay the hell out of the ring until you learn.
Get out of my playground.
This is why people get hurt all the time. Because you got people that are untrained in the ring.
Just basking in it. Just basking in anger.
Oh, stop.
I'm enjoying this. Please keep it going. Let it loose, brother. It's your catharsis.
I've said my piece for tonight.
Oh,
I said my pieces.
fine. We'll move on. I mean, we've already went on a lot longer than we thought.
Exactly.
Well, that means we have to go.
That was the dinner bell.
Alright, well, you know, today is St. Patrick's.
Try that again there, dear sister.
She had a little bit of
Irish
okay.
coffee there.
Irish coffee there.
She Irished it up a little.
Try it again.
Since today is our holiday, today is St. Patrick's Day.
Aye.
And it's Paddy's Day, not St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, 2 D's. That's
Not T's.
not T's, D's.
Like
Is that like a chicken patty?
No. D
No.
with like a daddy. Paddy, you know.
Like a paddle.
Like the paddy wagon.
The one you used to get smacked with.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like upside the head.
The one
Gotcha.
that Dad used to smack us with.
I understand now.
Okay.
What do you mean?
So, do you want to tell us anything about the great St. Patrick himself?
I'd love to, but unfortunately, like, there's really nothing interesting about him other than the fact that he was actually captured by seafaring pirates there, and he was sold into slavery.
And he was a saint.
But that's kind of where the excitement really ends with him,
Because he really wasn't Irish.
because then he spent the next 6 fucking years herding sheep.
So basically, St. Patrick was a butt pirate.
No, whoa!
Did you?
Whoa! This is that's holy Jesus! Whoa! No, that is entirely incorrect, sir. You know what? We're just let the big thing about St. Patrick. We're gonna move it on from what you just said, audience.
Do you want me to go on to our bookings?
Yeah, hold on. Well, no, we're just you know, we gotta give him something about St. Patty there. So we're just holy crap.
Other than he was a butt pirate.
You shut your mouth, rookie. So the only thing that I can say about St. Patrick is the whole taking the snakes out of Ireland was more of a euphemism for you know converting the pagans to Christianity. That's basically what that was. You're an awful person. You know what?
So
We had a whole segment, and you just shit all over it. You're just a terrible being. I thought I was bad. I want to knock a man out of a wheelchair. You're talking about saints being butt pirates. What the fuck's wrong with you? At the dinner table, no less. At the dinner table.
This isn't dinner, this is the appetizers.
Well, you got a point, but I mean, come on. Can't you act right? You can't fucking act right just for 1 fucking minute. Just one. You got, God damn it, bud. Son of a bitch. Watch your language. You can't act right.
It's not my fault again.
He's the buddy. Bud. You never heard somebody call him buddy before? Yeah. I'm not your buddy guy. I'm not your friend. No, buddy.
Not your friend, Pat.
I'm not your buddy guy. Yeah, right? No. You can't just act right. You can't. Shame on you. They're screwing us all up. Make me mad.
That's what you get for farting at the end of the podcast in Nashville.
Really? You hold on to it for that long?
You held on to it for hours?
You hold on to a grudge longer than Uncle Strangler. What the hell's wrong with you?
You held on to it for hours. It stank.
You hold on to it. Holy hell! That's like a snuggy blanket you're holding it on to. You gotta let that shit go, brother. Damn.
Your shit was under the blanket until you picked it up.
Well, that's true. I mean, like, it did smell like. Where is it? What? We just lose everybody.
Did you fart again?
I don't know. We have a podcast. We thought we had something. What happened? You know, all of a sudden, it's just me and you. You know that, right? It's just me and you. What is me? Oh, okay. Oh.
This is what they drive me to do. Do you see this now?
For those of you listening only on audio, she took out the Patron.
Back and forth. Just.
It's Irishly blessed.
Are you done now?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, it took me to get up to get a real drink to get you. Oh, Jesus.
Bless you, Joke. I think we should wrap this up before, he goes and fucks it all up again.
Clang.
Butt pirate.
But I wasn't the butt pirate, he was!
It's shame on you.
get it.
This is a Christian dinghy we're talking about. It's a good book.
He's a butt pirate.
Why are you still here? Who invited him?
You did.
Don't you go pointing fingers. When you point fingers, you point 3 back at yourself. Think about that one. Yeah, okay. Is this how you get a point now? Like a fucking muppet? The fuck's wrong with you? And then we lost it. This show's all fucking off the rails now.
And they wonder why our podcasts go a little long sometimes.
So if we go long for him, fuck it. We go ad lib.
Are you kidding? Shining Wizard, Eddie and Tony and Matt, they go on forever because they're drinking?
No, because right now they're pissing themselves. Are you kidding me?
Pissing.
They're pissing themselves.
They're butt pirating themselves.
Oh, gross. That's just fucking gross.
Well, I guess that's to get Tony back for
I don't know. I'm related to him. You're fucking unfortunate one that's sitting here. Let's go ahead and wrap this up with our bookings here.
Oh, can we now?
Oh, we can.
Oh, you sure?
We're allowed.
We'll have to wrap it up because Daddy says so.
Is one of you going to interrupt me?
No, we're both going to stay quiet.
What?
Right.
Right.
I'll give you the
She's talking?
I'll give you...
Violent.
We're Irish. What do you want from us?
So you fucking interrupting her? What the hell's wrong with you?
Why were you interrupting her?
You know, wait. They're not car bombs going off in Ireland. They're just angry Irishmen finally exploding because we just put it all in.
So is that why they call it an Irish car bomb?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't want to explode from the inside out.
That's why I was telling you to do the catharsis thing. The thing you were just doing.
But that drink will make me spontaneously combust.
No, that's why we give you Snickers bars.
God, you're thick as 3 planks, I swear.
4.
All right, let her
Are you
speak.
gonna let me go? Or will
And a half.
Forever.
Give your mouth shut.
I will give you the information that I have so far for the 2 bookings that we have.
We have 2 bookings?
Things, yes, surprisingly. Isn't
Holy
it?
shite! After this, we won't have any.
Next right.
And sadly, neither is in for ECPW, but you know. So our first one is going to be on April 12th in Avondale at the Knights of Columbus. I
Okay.
don't have the direct address, but you can find that on our Facebook.
And who's that for?
This is for Superstars of Wrestling.
Superstars of Wrestling, okay.
Ringside tickets are $25, and that's for the first 2 rows around ringside, and then general admission is $20. We don't know who we're working yet, but we'll be working somebody, I'm sure.
I'd like to get my hand on those 2 brothers, I tell you. They
Oh,
cheated.
the Reinage, huh?
They cheated at the last show.
Wait. That brings me to our next book in here.
Oh.
We will be returning to Spotswood.
We will be?
Yes.
Oh, so we will get our revenge on them.
We'll go into your adoptive town there. Yeah.
Aye.
It's where he finished his high school years out.
Got me a diploma. Sheepskin.
See that? He went from 6 to midnight with that one.
That's on May 2nd at the Knights of Columbus there in Spotswood. It's also a fundraiser for a little infant. His name is Salvador Tag, and he needs heart surgery.
Oh, so it'll be a benefit show that we're doing.
Yeah, it's a benefit show.
Very nice.
We're donating our time to this show for this wee one, and we'd really like y'all to come out and try to help out the best you can.
Appreciate it if we see you
Same
there.
thing, I believe the tickets are same thing, 25 ringside, 20 at the door. And
Excellent.
7 o'clock bell time, I believe, on both shows. And that also is Superstars of Wrestling.
And also you can check everything out on the Facebook page.
Yep, look for Fallen Angels Tag Team on Facebook. We also have YouTube, Fallen Angels Video. We have Twitter. We just put in Fallen Angels.
What the hell is doing tweeting?
You'll see,
I don't know,
two people. It'll be either us or Christopher Daniels will come up for Fallen Angels.
Oh,
so
okay.
we are not the bald guy with the unk on his chest.
No, I'm not bald.
No.
No, we got hair.
And so.
You want to?
I don't know what the hell that is though.
And you
It's a phone hawk.
go ahead and push your
Push your show.
thing for Friday.
And
we
don't
were-
forget to come out and see the Game Changer, Aaron Bradley. This. Oh,
Friday.
Friday. There we go.
Well, don't worry, we help out with the hard stuff.
March 21st against the German Menace, Craig Stagg.
Where is it at?
Paramus Elks Lodge.
Where is it?
Paramus.
Where is
Behind?
it?
Behind
Behind
the Ray Martin Flanagan,
There you
baby.
go.
All right. Yeah, we had to kind of stretch that out of you. It's all right. You'll get the idea of promotion
And we'll
as
be
you come
there to
along.
sign autographs and stuff if you want.
Wait till they show you his first promo. It was the Golden
Oh, my
Gem.
God.
Oh, it was awesome.
Fucking gem.
Would you like to shoot another one?
I think there'll be one coming up soon.
Okay, maybe we'll do it tomorrow.
Maybe we'll get another promo out of him and then we can add that to the video that we have to put
Well,
together.
everyone, happy St. Patty's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody.
Bless you.
Bless y'all.
Bye-bye.